Well, welcome to another episode of Change Makers, the podcast where we explore strategies to create thriving organizations through meaningful change. I'm your host, Dr. Obi Paul Byram, and today we're diving into an incredibly relevant topic for leaders and employees alike. Today's chapter is on workforce diversity, inclusion, and wellness. Diversity and inclusion are more than just buzzwords. They are essential components of a forward-thinking workplace. Now, when paired with employee wellness programs, these initiatives have the power to transform organizations into environments where everyone can succeed and feel valued. In today's episode, we'll examine how diversity and inclusion impact organizational culture, explore effective wellness interventions, and discuss how to align these efforts with strategic goals. Whether you're a manager, an HR professional, or a future leader, this episode will provide actionable insights to foster equity and well-being in the workplace. So let's get started. Diversity in the workplace encompasses a wide range of characteristics. That's age, that's gender, race, ethnicity, ability, sexual orientation, and even cultural values. But diversity on its own isn't enough. Inclusion. Let me say that again. Inclusion is what makes diversity work. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels respected. Everyone feels valued. Everyone is empowered to contribute their best work. For example, organizations like Google have made significant strides in addressing cultural diversity by offering employee resource groups, diversity-focused leadership programs, and transparent reporting on their progress. These efforts not only attract talent, but also enhance innovation and collaboration. But here's the catch. Diversity initiatives often fail when they're treated as a checkbox exercise. The key is to embed inclusion into the fabric of the organization through leadership. That's right, I said it. Leadership, policies, and daily interactions. We'll explore how in a moment. Now let's talk about wellness, an area that's increasingly critical as employees navigate work-life balance, mental health challenges, and physical well-being. Wellness interventions like stress management programs, could use that today, employee assistance programs, and health initiatives can improve both individual and organizational outcomes. For instance, companies like Johnson & Johnson have invested heavily in wellness programs, reporting significant reductions in healthcare costs and improved employee productivity. But wellness isn't a one-size-fits-all. Organizations need to tailor their programs to their workforce. Take stress management as an example. Role clarification and supportive relationships can help employees manage workplace stress by fostering trust and clear expectations. Similarly, providing access to resources like EAPs and paid leave can empower employees to handle challenges effectively. So how do we integrate diversity, inclusion, and wellness into an organization's overall strategy? Well, the answer lies in alignment. These initiatives shouldn't be standalone programs. They should reinforce the organization's mission and goals. For example, at Starbucks, they align its diversity goal with its customer service or customer-focused mission by actively recruiting employees who reflect the communities it serves. Similarly, wellness programs at Salesforce are tied to their commitment to employee well-being, with dedicated wellness coaches and mindful resources. This integration ensures that initiatives aren't just nice-to-haves, but are instead seen as essential drivers of organizational success. Leaders must recognize that investing in people through inclusion and wellness is an investment in the long-term growth. As we wrap up, let's reflect. How does your current or past organization approach diversity, inclusion, and wellness? Are there areas where you think improvements could be made? Remember, true change happens when organizations go beyond policies and foster a culture that prioritizes equity, respect, and well-being. Whether you're creating flexible work arrangements, launching mentorship programs, or investing in wellness resources, the impact of these efforts can be profound. Well, thank you for joining me today on Changemakers. I hope this episode inspired you to think differently about the power of diversity and wellness in your workplace. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in next week, where we'll discuss the future of leadership development in dynamic organizations. Until then, stay curious and keep making change happen. This episode of Changemakers was inspired by Chapter 16 of Organizational Development and Change by Thomas G. Cummings and Christopher G. Worley, 11th edition, published by Cengage. Special thanks to East Tennessee State University for supporting this series, and to Audio Coffee for the music and the effects. I'm Dr. Obi Paul Byram, and I want to thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.